morning, squad. Welcome back to MadMizzy Sports Morning Show, the #1 spot for everything sports talk, sports news, sports debate in the morning. Hope y'all have a great day today. Have a great Thursday. We got a great rundown today, episode 65. We're going to start it off with the huge news coming out of football, out of college football, possible expansion to the college football playoffs coming in 2024. Got to touch on that. Got to touch on Devin Booker's great night in Phoenix, dropping 51 points in 3 quarters. Could he win an MVP? Then we got to speak on LeBron versus the media. Why no Jerry Jones questions? Does LeBron James have a legitimate gripe against the media? Then we're going to speak on Jalen Kitna, the son of Jon Kitna, the huge, terrible, sad news that came out of Florida this morning about his arrest. And then we're going to break down Thursday night football of the Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. What do I expect in that game? What's the key matchup? And who do I have as the winner? Let's get right into it, gang, gang. So the college football playoff expansion is finally here. In 2024, next year, there will be a 12-team college football playoff due to the Rose Bowl given the go. Given the green light, given the go-ahead. What does this mean for college football moving forward, and what does this just mean overall? To me, with all this NIL stuff going on, is name, image, and likeness, money being thrown around, kids getting so much money, they're trying to really transition college football from what they wanted to label it as being amateur sports into professional sports. It's going to be minor leagues. You get what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to create college football into, which has already been for the past some odd years. Ever since I can remember, college football has been big business in the United States. So it's about time that the kids get involved and that they try to make it more professional. Well, not more professional. Yeah, more professional, more lucrative, since they get mad that they got to give these kids some money. So you're looking at it, 12 teams starting in 2024. That's next season. So you're getting so much more opportunity, so many more big platform games for kids that's going to be at like Cincinnati, the TCUs, the Texases, the Oklahomas, the Michigans, the teams that don't get in every year to shine against the teams like Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, the teams that get in almost every year. You get what I'm saying? So although this is going to be our second year in the college football playoff, shout out to the Michigan Wolverines, we might become more of a staple. But yeah, it's going to be more of that to put a spotlight on the Oregons. You get what I'm saying? The USCs, the UCLAs, a lot of these teams that you're like, well, what if they did get a shot with these different offenses, these different approaches coming from different parts of the country? So to me, I love it, of course, because you're giving more opportunity to kids to show what they can do on a huge stage against top level competition. So I absolutely love it. And it's going to create high level competition because now these kids know all you got to do is get in the playoffs and you got a shot. Like I said, it's like the NFL now. And we'll start to see a lot more upsets because you'll start to see that. You'll just start to see these kids get more and more involved, especially once they see that, wins equate to a higher draft stock and balling out in the playoffs will equate to a higher draft stock. I actually don't know how this is going to work with a 12-team playoff, though. Like, that's going to be a long playoff run. That's going to be a long playoff run up into the national championship. I don't know if they still going to give a month off and then we just gonna go right into January. I don't know about the details and everything, but I definitely like this move from college football to expand the college football playoff to 12 teams next year. It's going to be an exciting year next year. Exciting year. Let's move on. The Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker drops 51 3 quarters in a 132-113 win over the Chicago Bulls. Devin Booker is just one of these scorers that once he gets going, he gets hot. He's, he dropped 72 at one point. I think he had another 60-point game. But can he ever win an MVP? To me, I would say yes, he can, but I wouldn't predict that he would. I'm going to say that at best, he'll probably finish top 5 in the MVP voting just because he never goes on that streak. Like, I guarantee you, after dropping 51 tonight, he's going to go out there. He's probably going to have like 20, 23, something like that. He's going to have something mediocre. He never goes on that stretch where it's like, oh, this dude is carrying the Suns. This dude is actually balling. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody has those flash in the pan moves. I'm not going to say everybody, but when you're as talented as Devin Booker, we expect you to have a game or two, like a 51 3 quarters. But then we expect you to follow it up. And then follow that up, and then follow that up. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you look at the people in our era that have won multiple MVPs, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, these dudes go on stretches where they look unstoppable. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, these dudes, they really can't touch these cats. You feel what I'm saying? Devin Booker might do that for a game, then he comes back down to the norm, he comes back down to the medium. You get what I'm saying? So to me, I would say yes, he could win an MVP, but I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't bet on it. Let's stay in the NBA. Let's move on to the LeBron James versus the media. LeBron James was right at the media after a win over the Portland Trail Blazers, 128-109 last night. And does he have a legitimate issue with media asking him about Kyrie Irving, which he stated, but not asking him about the Jerry Jones photo that surfaced? If you haven't seen the Jerry Jones photo that surfaced, I'm going to put it up there. To me, I'm looking at this photo and Jerry Jones is not front line. Jerry Jones is not holding a sign. Jerry Jones doesn't look angry. Jerry Jones looks confused. Jerry Jones does have to attend school, and Jerry Jones does attend that school. So to me, when I first saw it, that was the first thing that came to my mind was Jerry Jones isn't holding a sign and he's not front line. Who's to say he didn't just walking up into school and he got caught in a picture of some of his classmates protesting the segregation of his incoming new classmates? Because that's what it looked like to me. Like, I got to get into school, but they also had to create a safe passageway for the black kids to enter the school. And you had white kids that was protesting it front line like, no, blah, 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 N-word, 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 spitting, doing all that. Like, Jerry, the distance Jerry was at, he couldn't do none of that. I mean, if he wanted to protest, the dude, I mean, it was people front line. So to me, I didn't look at it like as a thing like it was racial. I just was like, oh, he got caught in a picture. Shit like that. I didn't look at it like Jerry Jones was racist. That was just to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing where segregation happened in the South. White people were protesting that segregation. Not every white person was against that segregation. Some white people were actually confused about it. Some white people actually never seen a black person until those black kids came into their schools. It was actually curiosity for some white people. So to me, when it came to the picture, I didn't take it that way. And I don't think LeBron James has a legitimate issue with the media. The media asked you, LeBron James, about Kyrie Irving because y'all played 3-4 years together, because y'all won a championship together, because the Los Angeles Lakers were just in conversations about trading for Kyrie Irving this past summer, LeBron. What association do you have with Jerry Jones? Aside from being a former Cowboy fan. Because now on a Thursday Night Football, the last Thursday Night Football cast on Amazon, he said he's not a Cowboys fan anymore. When we all know you're not a Cowboys fan anymore because y'all ain't been trash. Y'all ain't been ish in the past 25 years. It ain't got nothing to do with Jerry Jones and his view on stuff. You wanted to talk about 2017 and people kneeling. And he did say what he said because he's, like a lot of white people, they're proud Americans. And then they did take it as a personal slight to the American flag, even just like those soldiers. That's why Colin Kaepernick had to sit down with the soldiers like it's not a protest against the flag, it's a protest against what the national anthem stands for, and it not standing up for that for everybody, for all people, including my people, the colored people. So to me, yes, those people had a slight against that. Once we explained it to them what the protest was, they opened up more so to it. And Jerry Jones was the only owner that I remember that kneeled with his whole team during the national anthem. So he said what he said, but he still did what he did. He also did what he did, LeBron. So for you to sit up there and to be manipulated by the narrative of the black community is sad to me. I don't see y'all standing up here and giving ideas on how to stop the gun violence, the uncontrollable gun violence in our community. I don't see y'all standing up here giving us ideas on how to save our entertainers, our rappers, because it's only rappers that's getting killed. PNB Rock was killed by a 17-year-old that was with his mom and dad. Come on now. Takeoff was killed by a person that was with him all night. I didn't hear y'all say nothing about how we can stop those things. And I feel like that's a way bigger detriment than looking back at a picture of Jerry Jones 66 years ago. As long as it's protesting police brutality, as long as it's protesting racism, yeah, we with that. Y'all don't want to protest black on black violence. Y'all don't want to protest the gun violence. Y'all don't want to build ownership and financial stability and financial freedom in our own backyards. Y'all don't want to do that though. Let's move on to the shocking news out of Florida. Jalen Kitna, the son of Jon Kitna, was arrested on multiple counts of child pornography. This is just a sad story, shocking story. I don't even know what to say, man. To know that there's people out here like that take advantage of young people, young women, and exploit them like that is just sickening. You get what I'm saying? That's why I take pride in what I do as a father for my daughter and being there and letting her know and letting her see the signs of when somebody's trying to take advantage of you. You get what I'm saying? Because daddy would never Daddy would never. But to hear that, I would like to hear from Jon Kitna. I remember Jon Kitna being with the Cincinnati Bengals. To hear that his son now being arrested on child pornography is going to beg to question his upbringing and what he went through, what he's seen and all that. So that's just a shocking news. Shocking news. Let's move on to Thursday Night Football, though. Let's break down the Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. For me, you look at it, it's 3 straight road games for the Buffalo Bills just because they had that huge snowstorm in Buffalo that had them playing. Who was that they played? I forget. They played one team in Detroit, then they stayed in Detroit, played Detroit on Thanksgiving. Now they heading into New England to play the Patriots. To me, this is a tough one. The Buffalo Bills have been in a lot of tough games lately. The New England Patriots have been in a lot of tough games lately. They are both fighting neck and neck for position in that AFC East as they're trying to both catch up to the Miami Dolphins. The New England Patriots are last in the division right now. They need this win. They're at home. The key to this game is going to be the run game, and can the Patriots slow down this game, shorten this game, make this game muddy, make it ugly, make it nasty. I mean, we seen Mac Jones ball out last week against the Minnesota Vikings. He kind of rounded into form, but I don't expect them being able to hang with the Buffalo Bills if it turns into a shootout like it did in the playoffs or like it did in Buffalo last year in the regular season. So if it turns into a shootout, the Buffalo Bills are going to run away with it. But if the Patriots can shorten the game, run the ball, and contain Josh Allen's running, and contain Josh Allen running the ball, then I think they have a huge shot at winning this game. I'm going to go with the New England Patriots in the upset, 20-16. I think that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills have just too much on their plate right now, and they have to establish a running game outside of Josh Allen. If they don't do that, I feel like Bill Belichick will come out there and make it very hard for Josh Allen, make them settle for field goals in the red zone, and get a couple plays out of Mac Jones to get some touchdowns as opposed to field goals that they're holding the Buffalo Bills to. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the New England Patriots in this one at home, 20-16. Let me know what y'all think though. Rose Bowl expansion in college football. 12 teams will be in the college football playoff next year, 2024. What does that mean for college football? Devin Booker drops 51 3/4 in a 132-113 win over the Bulls. Could he win an MVP one day? LeBron versus media. Well, I know Jerry Jones' question. Does LeBron have a legitimate issue with the media? And then Jalen Kitna, son of Jon Kitna, being arrested on multiple counts of child pornography. What's your opinion on that? And is Jon Kitna going to speak up? And lastly, Thursday Night Football, Buffalo Bills at New England Patriots. What's going to be the key matchup? What's going to be the key to the game? And who do I have in this game? Let me know what y'all think. Who do y'all got in the Thursday Night Football matchup? This is MadMizzy Sports Morning Show. Like, comment, share, subscribe, listen, alert. MizzyWorld Entertainment. Gang.